The villagers of Shadowleaf always spoke in quiet tones when they passed the cottage by the northern well, not because they feared what lived inside, but because they couldn't quite explain it. That cottage belonged to Mossan. No one remembered when he had arrived. He simply appeared one spring, cloak dragging behind him, a bandolier of potions clinking softly as he walked. He never asked for a room. He simply claimed the empty one and never left. The morning air was cool, but Mossan's window remained open. He liked the smell of damp earth. It reminded him of rotting roots, nature's slow, delicious decay. He sat cross-legged on the floor, his cloak spread around him like a wilted leaf. Dozens of small glass vials were scattered before him, some filled, some empty, others bubbling slightly. He held one up to the light. A soft green glow swirled inside. Ha ha ha, he chuckled, tilting it. Yes, I think you'll do. With a smooth motion, he hurled the bottle across the room. Crack! It exploded against the wall, harmless but loud, a burst of green vapor hissing into the air. It clung to the stone, then sank into the wood like breath on cold glass. Mossan inhaled deeply. Lovely. Later that morning, he wandered into the village, not unnoticed, but unbothered. A child playing near the fountain saw him pass and quickly turned the other way. A traveling merchant waved, unsure why. He stopped in front of the Adventure Guild and paused. Inside, he could hear Braga's voice, low and serious, likely speaking to someone important. Mossan waited until the door opened and someone brushed past him. A girl in a purple dress, quiet, focused, bow slung across her back. Stormelle, he thought, recognizing her face from the guild board. She didn't notice him. No one ever really did. He stepped inside, fingers resting on the edge of his potion belt. Braga looked up. Oh, you, he said flatly. Didn't think you'd check in today. Mossan grinned. Thought I'd give the forest something new to choke on. Braga exhaled and reached below the counter. You'll like this one. Mist Glow Edge. Just a simple herb collection. But there's a bloom out there that gives off a poisonous mist. Use it wisely. He handed over a scroll sealed in blue-green wax. Mossan turned it over in his hands, eyes narrowing slightly. Poisonous, you say? Not as much as you. Braga muttered. Mossan gave a delighted snicker. Ha ha ha! Good! He didn't leave right away. Instead, he sat on the low stone wall near the guild and uncorked a small bottle. The liquid inside shimmered. He sniffed it. Too early for acid, he mused aloud, and drank something else instead, a purple-tinted mixture that soothed his muscles and cleared his head. Healing. Not dramatic, but it reminded him he was alive. As the sun dipped below the trees, Mossan made his way back to his cottage. On the way, he passed a figure kneeling in the training circle, quiet, black-cloaked, sharpening his blade against a metal arm. Snealer. Mossan watched for a few seconds, intrigued, not in a competitive way, just curious. That one knew silence the way Mossan knew poison, intimately. He said nothing, just kept walking. By the time night fell, Mossan was back inside, mixing something in the dark by firelight. He poured a thick green liquid into a vial, corked it, and tucked it neatly into his belt. He stood at the window and stared into the woods. Tomorrow, he whispered, tomorrow I'll taste something new. Then he turned, extinguished the candle with a pinch of his fingers, and disappeared into the shadows of his home.